Good morning, leaders of love, or for whatever time you're watching this, welcome to our Ultimate Life Leadership Weekly Prayer Call. I appreciate you being here and spending this time in community and fellowship. So today's verse is coming from the book of Isaiah. If you want to meet me in Isaiah chapter 54, verse 17. And it says here, I'm reading from the King James Version today. No weapon that is formed against thee shall prosper. And every tongue that shall rise against thee in judgment thou shalt condemn. This is the heritage of the servants of the Lord, and their righteousness is of me, saith the Lord. And I also want to read the Amplified Version, just because sometimes I think that helps break it down to a little bit more common day knowledge. So again, this is still chapter 54, verse 17 in the book of Isaiah. This is the Amplified Version. No weapon that is formed against you will succeed. And every tongue that rises against you in judgment, you will condemn. This peace, righteousness, security, and triumph over opposition is the heritage of the servants of the Lord. And this is their vindication from me, says the Lord. So this is actually inspired by, if you are on the YouVersion Bible app, they do like a daily verse. And I usually like to prep my own verse, but this one felt really apt for today. So I always pray before our calls and kind of ask the Lord to help guide our conversation. And this was absolutely perfect. I say this because not only for myself, because I've actually had quite a challenging week emotionally and spiritually, but then I've also noticed this pattern with other people that I've been speaking to, whether they're friends, clients, colleagues. And so hearing this verse from the book of Isaiah is just another reminder to you that no weapon formed against you shall prosper. If you're someone who does read the Bible, and even if you're not, there's a belief in the writings too that we don't wage a war against the physical world per se, meaning there's not an actual saber-toothed tiger coming at you, or you're in actual warfare. If you're listening to this and you're not a veteran, or you're not someone who's out there in the armed forces, most of us are battling an unseen force. Fears that lurk in the recesses of our mind, old stories of scarcity or insecurity with regards to intimacy or creativity or not feeling good enough. So they say we wage a war in the spiritual realm. And so this line today, let it be an affirmation for you that no matter how down you get, no matter how much anxiety you might feel, you can always call upon the Lord, because as a child of God, no matter what your faith is, you are covered by the love of God. And if you truly believe that, if you believe in your heart that I am operating from a place of love and of light, then none of those forces, the tools, the strategies, the tactics of the darkness will ever, ever, ever have victory over you. And so today's prayer was then inspired from Psalm 91. So this will be a little bit different than what I usually do, where I just openly pray out. But as I was driving today and actually thinking about what God wanted me to pray on for you all for this session, I was driving by in a car, and of course, the minute I asked that in prayer, there's a bumper sticker that says, "Declare Psalm 91." And I look at it, and it was just like blaring at me, and I was like, what's Psalm 91? And so I pull over, and I actually go into my Bible app, read Psalm 91, and it's absolutely perfect for today's prayer. So if you feel like you've been struggling, you've been confused, you're a little bit of in a funk, you might be picking up emotions and feelings from other people along with dealing with your own situations. Number one, remember that no weapon formed against you shall prosper. You're already victorious. It's like watching a basketball game or a football game that's been pre-recorded or it's been recorded, and you know what the score is at the end. Your home team wins. You know they're going to win. And so when you're watching the game, even though there's a ton of ups and downs, because you know the end score, that no matter what happens, your team is going to win, even when it looks like it's tie game or the away team or the enemy is winning, you still have this underlying faith because at the end, my team's going to win anyway. So let's just see how this process plays out. So My encouragement to you today is trust the process that you're in. Because remember, in the end, no weapon is going to be victorious over you. And one tool you can use today is going to be to declare Psalm 91. So if you'd like to follow along, I would like to declare this prayer over today's session. And anytime you might feel really down, this is the prayer of protection. So Psalm 91, and I'll be reading from the Amplified version of the Bible. So if you would with me, in whatever way feels most comfortable for you, let's bow our heads and pray. Dear God, I thank you so much for this space and this time together, for these amazing leaders who choose to not only worship you, but to allow your light to shine through their life in the work that they do, in the way that they create, in the way that they serve, in the way that they love their family, their clients, their friends, and their community. Thank you, Lord, for these amazing people on the call today. And Father, for all the times that they have been just attacked mentally, spiritually, emotionally, cover them. Plant a seed in their spirit that reminds them that you are doing a great work in them and that your plans are to prosper and to help them succeed no matter what it looks like right now, and shield them. Shield them from the arrows of the enemy that might pierce through their mind, that might pierce through their heart at times even, that might pierce through their bank accounts, through their houses, through their cars, but that they would be reminded that none of those things matter. In the end, what matters is the faith in you that will rise above all of that and claim them victorious. Because in doing so, that they may be able to live a life of peace and joy no matter the circumstances. And that we might declare Psalm 91 over each one of their lives, as it is written here. He who dwells in the shelter of the Most High will remain secure and rest in the shadow of the Almighty, whose power no enemy can withstand. I will say of the Lord, He is my refuge and my fortress, my God in whom I trust with great confidence and on whom I rely. For He will save you from the trap of the fowler and from the deadly pestilence. God will cover you and completely protect you with His pinions, and under His wings you will find refuge. God's faithfulness is a shield and a wall for you. You will not be afraid of the terror of the night, nor of the arrow that flies by day, nor of the pestilence that stalks in darkness, nor of the destruction or sudden death that lays waste at noon. 1,000 may fall at your side, and 10,000 at your right hand, but danger will not come near you. You will only be a spectator as you look on with your eyes and witness the divine repayment of the wicked as you watch safely from the shelter of the Most High. Because you have made the Lord, who is my refuge, even the Most High, your dwelling place, no evil will befall you, nor will any plague come near your tent. For God will command His angels in regard to you, to protect and defend and guard you in all of your ways of obedience and service. They will lift up in their hands so that you do not even strike your foot against a stone. You will tread upon the lion and the cobra, the young lion and the serpent you will trample underfoot. Because He set His love on me. My friends, because He set His love on you, therefore I will save Him. I will set Him securely on high because He knows my name. He confidently trusts and relies on me, knowing I will never abandon him. No, never. He will call upon me and I will answer him. I will be with him in trouble. I will rescue him and honor him. With a long life I will satisfy him and I will let him see my salvation, saith the Lord. And so today, my friend, if you're listening to this call and you're feeling a little, downtrodden or a little off, I declare that no weapon, nothing formed against you will prosper. and that whatever season you're in right now is only equipping and preparing you, because the victory is already won upon your life. And if you believe that, if you truly, truly believe that, to let that seed be planted in your heart, to focus on the victory, to focus on what God is doing in your life, you will be able to serve, to live, to really enjoy every single season in your life in a whole new way. I honor you for being here, for the faith that not only shines through your life, but in the work that you do on an everyday basis, because it's not easy being an entrepreneur. It's not easy being a leader. It's not easy being given the gift of influence, because there's so many choices. But remember, less of you and more of God. It's not about you. It's about service. And if you can switch your focus to that and let God fight your battles, oh, it's going to be so much easier. And I know that the times are not always so easy, especially if you're somebody who chooses to serve at the highest level. But I promise you, you have not only a community of support, but you have a whole army of angels and a God that is the creator of the universe to call upon at any time. So just remember that, again, no weapon, no tactic, no strategy, no tool of the darkness of fear will hurt you, will befall upon you. And that with your faith, with your focus on love and service in God, you will absolutely be victorious. So my prayer is on you this week, your family, your clients, your business. Stay rooted in God and your faith, and you will rise above in ways that you could never even imagine. So know that I'm here for you. I'm rooting for your rise as always. And thank you for being on today's prayer call. Know that you're welcome to share the recording and the prayer calls to whoever you feel needs to hear it today. And just go out there and make it an amazing, miraculous, blessed week. Keep your eyes open for the miracles, my friends. And until next week, keep leading from love. Have a good one.